Hello, my divinities. Welcome, welcome. So, sorry, that got really close to. Maybe I'm the demon, I don't know. Today, there's just an extra spicy vibe in the works. So, I thought we would use the Sexual Magic Tarot along with the Dark Royal Tarot because I'm feeling lusty vibes. And obviously, this is most likely going to be an 18 plus reading. At least that's what I feel. I could be wrong. It could just be a vibe, and then it turns out that it's a very creative vibe, right? It doesn't have to be like actual lust. It could be someone's on the precipice of creating something. It could be somebody is just feeling, you know, in love with life. We'll find out. So what's this lusty vibe we're sensing? What's going on? What is it? We immediately start with the Two of Cups. So it's like somebody saying, it's not lust, excuse me, it's love. It's very passionate love. Just because it's love doesn't mean it can't be lusty. But it's like someone, especially with this image, someone is like, okay, if it's a woman, I feel like she's in this place of like, I want to feel his weight on top of me. And if it's a man, this image, the way it is, it's like he wants to, he's fascinated, obsessed almost with the idea of his tongue being inside of you while his dick is inside of you. Just saying it. That's like it's a more of a physical manifestation of how much he wants to penetrate you, but not just physically. Like he wants to be in your mind, he wants to be in your heart, he wants to be in your soul. And if it's a woman, she wants to feel him. Like, yeah, it's I want to feel each other. Like, okay. Now you already know how I feel about this picture. I talk about this every time I see it because the first thing that stood out to me first time I saw this picture, this red thread that they've got around their calves, especially with this being the Three of Wands following up that image. Again, kissing. Both images are kissing. It's like both people, I think, really think about kissing the other person a lot. Maybe you really like their lips. Maybe they like yours. But with that red, not only Two of Cups, but now Three of Wands and that red ribbon tied around their calves, I feel like these two people see a future with each other. When they see the other person, they're like, I know I could build a future with that person. I know I could. I know I could. And whatever future you both have envisioned for yourself, you could see the other person fitting into it. Like, it's like they just click into place. It feels destined though, because again, that red ribbon around their calves, you and this person feel like we were meant to meet. We were made for each other. I do feel like a lot of kissing is gonna happen between you and this person. Another image of kissing, and this just kind of reiterates, it's the sun, but it reiterates, I was kind of feeling that in this highlight. I held back because I was like, the clothes are there though. In the Two of Cups, I felt like, why do I feel like they both want to feel each other's naked body, but they're still kind of clothed? And so I was like, it's there, but it's not there. And then here we see it. Not with the sun, not only do you both make each other so happy, there's something about the sun is the ego, right? There's something about, this is the type of person that would make you proud. Like, you're proud, you would be so proud to be with someone like this. I don't know if it's the type of person, I think, yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That resonates. Like, it's the type of person they are. It's not even about what they look like. It's not even about status or wealth or anything like that. It's the type of person they are. Like, you want to be like, yeah, this is my man, or this is my woman. Like, it's that type of feeling. There's something about, like, you just, I feel like you both just love each other's company. Okay, then we got the Page of Swords. If you are the feminine, the way this image is coming up, if you are the feminine, this man worships your ass. He may be an ass man. And if you ain't got a booty, you do to him. To him, you have the perfect booty. They worship your ass. And if you're a male, that goes without saying, you worship this feminine's ass. Okay. King of Cups. This could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Doesn't have to be, but like, this is going to be someone, the way this image came up, she is, I mean, first, her titties are all out, right? So, but also, there is a form of submission here because of the way that, you know, he's in the throne and she's at his feet, but it is still the King of Cups. So it's like, this is somebody who will be very much in charge, but they're also very soft about it. Like, they're not gonna be like, you're my fucking bitch. Like, that's not how they act. It's just like a subtle understatement of, I'm in charge here. But it's not overbearing. It's not like a dominant, like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm trying to think of, like, okay, like, this is someone, and this goes either way. If you're the masculine, pay attention to the way I describe, and this would most likely be you. But if this is the feminine masculine dynamic, right, which it usually is, regardless of gender, feminine masculine, just drawn to each other. Whoever the masculine is, they're so masculine, but it's like they're in tune with their feminine qualities. So it's like a gentle type of masculinity. They're so masculine they can be gentle. They're so confident in their masculinity that they can be gentle and soft and loving. So this is someone who would have you fully in your feminine. Let's put it that way. Like, you would know that this is someone who can take charge, that you can trust them to be the leader. You can trust them to be like the head. I know that sounds very old-fashioned, but maybe some of you are into that. Ten of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. That's very sudden. So either you and this person are about to go through an ending of some sort, or are currently in the middle of an ending. I don't like this, but I have to point it out. She's sitting here, you know, with Ten of Swords, she's sitting here crying, right? Still with her titties out, but she's sitting here crying, and there's another couple over here. I don't know if y'all can see them. So I don't know if this ending has to do with the fact that I don't feel like this person cheated on you, because I'm not seeing that here at all. On the contrary, this is very likely something different, because I don't feel the energy of lack of trust. On the contrary, there's like this wonderful synergy and intimacy and passion, lots of passion. But we do have the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords in the big center. And I haven't even finished. We'll continue pulling cards in a minute, but we do have 3 Cups and 3 Wands. So this may be following up. Well, I'm trying not to follow up stories because we're looking at things from different angles, right? But I did recently see, I think it was yesterday's reading, we saw a masculine who walking out of a situation, right? That feels more likely. And if it is, it's whoever the third party is just, I would say, synastry wise, energetically, there's just such a pull. Now remember, when there's pull, that means that there's more often than not, more likely, very possible, very probable. I can't talk today. Scorpio energy is involved. Pluto is a magnet. So either Scorpio energy is involved or Pluto is involved. And if it's Scorpio, that means that you may have Scorpio placements, this person may have Scorpio placements, or both of you do, and they're clicking. Or your Pluto or their Pluto will be conjunct a very important aspect of each other's chart. So like your Pluto may be conjunct their sun or their ascendant, or vice versa, or one of the angles, ascendant, descendant, IC, MC, because there's a magnetic pull, and that's Scorpio. But remember, when Scorpio's pulling you in a specific direction, death follows, because Scorpio is also a lord of death. So, well, Pluto's a lord of death, but you know what I mean. So I feel like this is a connection that feels very magnetic because it's going to lead to massive transformation for both of you. And transformation can be messy and painful. And so it's almost like a reward. The passion, the desire that comes with someone like that is almost like a balancing out of the harshness and difficulty that comes with the transformation. Page of Pentacles. This does feel very new, because we've got 2 page cards. The lust here. Scorpio's definitely involved, or Mars. Well, Scorpio's ruled by Pluto and Mars, so Mars could be involved, Pluto could be involved, Scorpio, or 8th house placements, which could also be Scorpio. Like maybe this person's Venus falls in your 8th house, yours falls in the... Look, I knew it. You see this 5 of Swords? Again, someone is watching a couple. So the feminine could be married and is so drawn to someone else that she's willing to leave behind a connection, or vice versa. With the 5 of Wands, it's like, I do feel like whoever the 2 people who are drawn together are, I feel like they have fought this. Like, it's not like they were just like, ooh, let me flirt with this person and see what I can get. It was never about that. It was like 2 people who met and were insanely attracted to each other, and they were like, no. I'm a married man, or I'm a married woman. I'm engaged, or I'm in a commitment, Ace of Swords. But again, with this image, it's interesting because although in the King of Cups there's like type of submission. Here we see the man submitting to her. So, you know, something with this image, what's coming to mind is there's a song, a Mexican bolero called Esclavo y Amor. Let me look it up one second. Okay, this is a classic. I love this song. It's called Master and Slave, basically. And it says, I don't know what your eyes have, and I don't know what your mouth has, but they dominate my desires and make my blood go crazy. I don't know how I came to love you. I don't know how I came to adore you, or how little by little I came to adore you. But I feel like I'm dying 1,000 times when I'm not looking at you. At night, when I lie down, I beg God to forget you. And as soon as I wake up with the only intent to adore you. What influence your lips have over me, that when they kiss me, I tremble, and they make me feel like a slave and master of the universe. And then those two lines just repeat. So it's like a very intense song, which, you know, my Scorpio has. I do have a Scorpio Venus and Scorpio Mercury, so I love that shit. So I'm feeling that vibe here. This is someone who, it's like they're this is going to be like that connection where outwardly there's a very masculine person, and they're very confident in themselves. They're very they're a go-getter. I feel like they're very active. They're very physically, they may very much look like a masculine, like they give off a very masculine vibe, but they're very gentle with you, especially. I would say that this is someone who's not, I'm not saying they're aggressive, but there's something about you. You are their weakness. They can't resist you. If I'm talking to, I feel like I'm talking to a feminine. I'm gonna talk to a feminine. They can't resist you. It's like they feel both the slave and the master of the universe when you are in their arms, when they're in your arms, because again, it feels like it's both. Like whoever this feminine is, you have the ability to be so feminine. It's like the strength card, right? So feminine that you can be, like, you radiate power, you radiate a very intense seductive quality, you radiate this fertile, lush energy, and they can't help but want to bow before you. But again, it's like a warrior bowing before a queen. Like, it doesn't take away from their masculinity. It's more about they are like your guardian. Like this is the type of person who will be very protective over you. Very like don't fuck with her. That type of energy. And then of course the Ace of Swords is followed by the Star. Like I said. And the Seven of Cups. Like you, I before I even look underneath the deck, this person thinks there's nobody like you. Whatever you are like, this person adores you. And it's not even about your body, right? You could have an amazing body. It's not even about that. It's not even about you having like a specific type of beauty. It's who you are. It's your sun. It's your essence. Who you are and your energy is so alluring and intoxicating to this person. They feel like there's nobody like you. They fantasize about you. Now, I will say there's a little bit of danger in the fantasy, because it could be that they're giving you qualities or attributes that you may not have, or for it to also be like this, Neptune could be involved or Pisces could be involved, because that's more seven, even though ironically Seven of Cups astrologically is Scorpio Venus. it also has a very Piscean vibe because it's about fantasy and illusion and getting lost in someone or something. And the sevens are a Neptune number. Also divinity. So this person may see you as a divine being. They feel like the love they have for you is divine, but it's also very earthy and very lusty and very powerful. Justice card at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Six of Swords, the Queen of Wands, Seven of Swords, Nine of Swords, the Empress. Yeah, I would say this is kind of a follow-up. I think this is very specific. Not everybody's going to resonate with this. I still hope y'all listen and take whatever lessons y'all can from it, but whoever is in this connection and is married with the Justice card, they won't be for long. It's just like, this is the type of connection where I don't know how to explain it. Remember the song says that, you know, their blood goes crazy. You bring each other to life. You're both going to grow and transform, or already are growing and transforming from this connection. But with the Justice card here, it feels, I know Justice card can also represent karma, but this feels the opposite. This feels like dharma. This feels like you both, and I know the way that the situation is planted doesn't really, you know, lead you to that conclusion, but it feels like you both are getting what you deserve, but what you deserve is love. So this is how you'll know. This is why I'm saying it could be a follow-up to the other collective, because in the other collective, the story was mainly focused on the feminine that was being left behind, right? Now, though that was painful, she wasn't in love, right? Neither was the masculine. It was never about love. It was about, you know, we both provide something to each other, and therefore we feel safe and we feel comfortable. Whereas this is very much a heart opening. This is very much a, like, I've never felt so close to somebody. I've never felt so understood. I've never felt so loved. I've never felt so adored. This is adoration. And if that concept makes you uncomfortable, this is most likely not your story. Because in this storyline, these are two people who are very comfortable worshiping each other. It's not one way. Because again, it's mutual. It's like a feminine that is so loving and so, and again, not every feminine has to be this way. Okay, when I'm describing this and you are not this way, that does not mean there's something wrong with you. I'm just describing this specific feminine, okay? This is like a very, I would say this is someone who has a lot of Venus in them, possibly a lot of moon qualities. So they might have strong Cancer, they would have strong Taurus, Libra, Pisces, and maybe even Scorpio, because this is like having all of those traits that are so feminine, and yet they're so feminine, it like brings out the masculine's desire to serve the feminine. That type. And it's not this weak, submissive, like, oh, let me serve the masculine. It's the opposite. It's like her showing up in full goddess form, where the masculine is like, can I be your bodyguard? That type. So that's why I'm saying it's not like It's not a very common feminine either, because this is an empowered feminine, a soft and yet strong feminine, a there's a you will most likely understand this expression if you're in my collective. But like, she's the dom from the bottom. Does that make sense? Like, she's dominating from the bottom. I don't know if you don't know what that means, I would say look it up. Actually, I'll look it up for you. Then we'll just hold on one second. Okay. So it's called topping from the bottom. And, you know, there's a whole article about if you're topping from the bottom, you're doing BDSM wrong. But of course, it's from a male magazine. Because anyways, I'm gonna go into a whole feminist rant. Anywho. So, dominating from the bottom or topping from the bottom is a phrase primarily used in sexual or power exchange content, often BDSM or the queer community, to describe a person who, while in the physically submissive or receptive role, is in control of the interaction or the power dynamic. So it can describe a situation where the person in the bottom role, as in the one being penetrated or physically on the bottom, is the one calling the shots. Example, this can involve the bottom partner giving explicit directions, setting the pace, communicating specific wants and needs, and essentially guiding the entire encounter. A power bottom is a related term for a sexually assertive person who prefers the receptive role during sex. They are not passive, they actively direct the interaction. So that's kind of what this feels like. It's like the feminine is the one in charge, but she's also like in a very, not passive, but it's like a subtle type of control. And it's again, it's not coming from this place of her being this dominant, overbearing person, because it's not, but she's clearly the one in control. But it's done because the masculine allows it. Like, they're mesmerized by this feminine. They trust her. That is a big deal here. They trust her. They're allowing her to influence them. They're allowing her to take the lead. While maybe outwardly they would be the one in charge, she would be the one really calling the shots. Okay. So, hopefully you learned something new today. Like, I knew what topping from the bottom or dominating from the bottom was, but I didn't really know how to explain it, so I had to look up the term. But yeah, I'm gonna stop part 1 here because I feel like this is gonna be lengthy. And if you are enjoying this so far, I hope to see you on the other side, where we're going to be using the Royo Dark Tarot to clarify. And it has like yummy little cards that I just love. So anywho, if you this is the Lovers, by the way. I opened up to that. So if you would like to join us, I hope to see you there. And if not, then I hope you still took something from this, okay? Love you guys. Bye.